Reporting from GenCon 2018, I'm here with Michael at the booth of Gameling Games, where Michael is going to tell us a little bit about Tiny Epic Mechs, a game that is not out yet. It'll be on Kickstarter soon, and well, this time it is Mechs that get the Tiny Epic treatment that we all love so much. So thank you, Michael.
Yes, absolutely. So Tiny Epic Mechs, it's the year 3030. Epic mech battles are the sport of the future, and you're going to be taking on the role of one of the mech pilots. That's action programming game. So there's 8 total actions. Each round you're going to be programming 4 of them, moving around this big arena. It's a PvP combat game. It's very intense. It's really fast paced. There's aspects of area control and resource management. The game plays over 6 rounds. Every other round is a scoring round. The scoring rounds, people are going to be getting points for areas that they control with landmines, turrets, and so you want to make sure that on rounds like that you're plowing over other people's mines and turrets to take them down. And as you said, the item equals, which is an amazing aspect of this game. You can see here you start off as a pilot on foot, and here we are. And then you're going to be getting weapons, with that resource management. You're going to be buying weapons that are going to be up in your power, and eventually you're going to power up into a suit like this. It opens up like that.
Oh, so nice.
And then you flip it over, and now your character's in their power armor. There's one mech that sits in the center of the board. All the players are vying for control of that mech, and when you get the mech, you take this over, and that becomes the new car that you're working with. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So these mechs are customizable, like you can give them upgrades that actually are reflected by actual pieces that go on the thing.
There's a ton of different weapons, so it just totally depends on what kind of weapons you're buying. They all have different abilities, so it's going to work into the strategy that you have, and yeah, so everybody's going to look a little bit different based on that.
And is there going to be a board, or is it going to be sort of like miniature games?
The board is constructed by square tiles. You're going to build a grid arena with square tiles, and you're just going to use that. So.
And I see here there is, for the attack system, is that a player aid that tells us how the attack works?
That's right. So in combat, you're going to have basic attacks and counter attacks. And so if somebody just hits you with a ranged weapon, so if you've got an area weapon, you're going to be able to use that as a counter attack, or if somebody, if somebody just hits you with a melee weapon, you can counter it with a ranged weapon, etc., around like that. So the kinds of weapons you have equipped are going to make a big difference on how the battle goes, depending on what your opponent has. So that's also something you want to consider when buying weapons, is making sure to diversify. If you've got 4 weapons and they're all melee, or they're all ranged, you're not doing yourself any favors.
Yeah. So how many players and how long does it take to play typically?
So it's 2 to 4 players right now, but we are developing a solo play, so I'll tell you that, don't worry. All of our Tiny Epic games have solo play. We love solo games, so you can definitely expect to see some more information on that soon. The game plays about 45 minutes to an hour, and that's pretty consistent, and we're hitting Kickstarter September 13th.
Excellent, thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot, take care.